After an incredible 2023 season by the Baltimore Orioles, winning 101 games and making a return back to the top of the AL East, I wanted to personally provide my opinions on the season and grading every player based on their achievements, accolades, and performance this year. Let me know in the comments who was your favorite of the guys, or if you think I didn't rate them properly. That being said, let's proceed. I don't think a single person had Ryan O'Hearn as one of the best hitters on the team this year. He absolutely showed up in his new opportunity away from the Royals, batting over 300 for majority of the year, while ending as one of 4 Orioles with an 800 or higher OPS in 2023. He's getting an A+ for exceeding expectations. Austin Hayes really came out swinging this year, standing top 10 in batting average in the American League going into the All-Star break. He did slow down tremendously as he did last year once the All-Star break passed, the really rough 446 OPS in July. Being an All-Star along with a Gold Glove finalist gets a B+ for me this year. DL Hall had a much improved 2023 season. Really happy to see him back up after the injuries he dealt with to start the season. Good in high leverage situations and really striving the setup role. Gaining a lot more control by dropping his walks per 9.5 and lowering his whip by almost 0.5. I hope he can look towards becoming a reliever next year as he seems very comfortable in that role. A nice B. Following a Gold Glove season, Ramon Urias was looking to improve on his offensive side. His batting average and on-base percentage did go up by around 20 points, but his slugging percentage did drop almost 40 points. A slight regression while still being a reliable defender around the infield. His overall grading is going to be a C. I'm not one for arguing expected stats when it comes to Ryan Mountcastle. Overall, he still had a good year, bouncing back from 2022's slump and jumping his batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage all by 20 to 30 points, and his overall OPS by 50 points. Battling vertigo and of course looking like prime Barry Bonds against the Blue Jays, the Gold Glove candidate has more to improve, but he gets a high B. Mark Kolzvari, non-rated. He was only in for 1 inning against the Blue Jays. That's it. All right, next one. Anthony Santander had a really good year again, improving his batting average by 17 points and his OPS by over 20 points while knocking on the door of 100 RBIs. His defense felt 2020-esque, and at times where he was that Gold Glove candidate, he looked awesome. And I'm really hoping he continues the trend. He's getting a B+. Yennier Cano wasn't even on the roster to begin the season. His Linsanity run at the start really catapulted him to his first All-Star selection in his rookie year. He was able to get past the extreme workload of July and had yet another dominant month of 0-run baseball in August. Cano gave up only 3 runs in 33 innings of work at home this year, while having one of the lowest walk rates and highest ground ball rates in baseball. Our All-Star rookie gets an A. Heston Kjerstad's short stint in the majors has us wanting more next year. His power showed up as advertised, however the high strikeout rate wasn't a surprise. I'm looking forward to next year. I'll give him a C+. I'm not even going to write a script for this. Unfortunately, Michael Givens is going to get an F. 11.25 ERA in 6 games. I don't think he should be on the roster next year, point blank. Jack Flaherty seriously looked promising in his first start in Baltimore. However, after that, it started to fall apart quickly. I don't have much to say besides the fact he showed some promise in the bullpen. The future of Jack Flaherty is uncertain on the Orioles, but I am going to have to give him a D. Similar to Ryan O'Hearn, Aaron Hicks had an incredible newfound success following his departure from his previous team, ending his 2023 season with the Orioles at a 381 on-base percentage and an 806 OPS. I'd like to see a bit more on the defensive side, but his offensive production was incredible. He's getting a B+. Tyler Wells seriously looked like an ace to start 2023. An opponent batting average of 193 and an opponent on-base percentage of 241 in the first half. He did not allow anyone to get on base, but he did allow a significant amount of home runs in a career-high 118.2 innings pitched at an almost 2 home runs per 9 innings mark. After some time in the minors and much needed rest, he did once again look dominant in the bullpen at the end of the year, similar to how he did in 2021. I wouldn't mind giving Tyler Wells another shot as a starter again next year, but overall, I'm giving him a B. To keep John Means' grade nice and quick, I was really happy to see him return during the division title push. Had an amazing start in Cleveland, and overall a 2.66 ERA coming off Tommy John is definitely great news. A very solid B. I was really excited to have Cole Irvin traded to the Orioles this year from the Athletics. A very rough start to the year immediately sent him down, finishing the year with a 4.42 ERA and only 77 innings pitched. However, over half of Irving's innings pitched happened where he was seriously swerving, posting no higher than a 2.7 ERA in the final 2 months of the season. I hope he can continue with the momentum going into next year. However, overall, he is getting a C-. Kyle Bradish was the first qualified Orioles pitcher to finish the season with a sub-3 ERA since Mike Messina in 1992. He put up one of the best pitching seasons in baseball this year with a 2.3 ERA, fourth lowest opponent OPS at 605. Baseball Savant even had Bradish as the best breaking run value in all of baseball, setting far and away a career high in innings pitched and solidifying himself as a top of the rotation starter. He's certainly ending up as a top 3 Cy Young candidate in the American League, a very much deserving A+. I think Joey Krabel deserved more time up this year. In the short time he was in the majors, of a 0.8 whip while closing out a few games for us. However, just given the small sample size, it is a very light C. Anthony Benboom was on our opening day roster due to injury, and he really didn't produce in his couple short times up. His defense is the strongest part of his game, but other than that, I was really hoping for more offensive production. D. Cionel Perez certainly had one of the more roller coaster years of our relievers in 2023. I personally wanted him DFA'd, but I could eat my words the way he returned to form in the second half. His whip was always on the higher side, but being able to get out of jams was his forte, not allowing a single home run in the second half while also lowering his whip by 0.5. I'm hoping his scoreless August of ZRA baseball will be signs of his third year with Baltimore next year. He gets a C+. Danny Coulomb was a warm welcome via trade acquisition. The lefty had one of the lowest average exit velocities and lowest hard hit percentage while maintaining one of the highest chase rates in baseball. With a surprising 10.2 strikeouts per 9 innings, that curveball was an absolute thing of beauty, giving him a B. I was really hoping for Cedric Mullins to improve upon his 2022 offensive regression, however ending up with the exact same 721 OPS as he did in 2022. Spent quite some time on the IL due to injury and looked really rough after August and in the postseason. His defense in center field really showed out this year, and I'd argue he was snubbed of a gold glove. He gets a B. There isn't much to complain about Jordan Westbrook's rookie year. Starting off great with an 853 OPS in the 2 weeks before the All-Star break and solidified an on-base percentage of 311 for the year. His defense looked good and is definitely someone I can see on our team in the future. He's getting a B. Jacob Webb looked incredible when we claimed him off the waivers, with a Cano-esque 9 straight scoreless appearances to start his time with the Orioles. Overall, he was a decent reliever. A 2.8 FIP along with no homers in the regular season. We're not going to talk about the postseason. However, that alone is taking him down from a B- to a C. On paper, it reads that Brian Baker had a solid year, but he was at his worst when it was a high leverage situation. Every single home run that Brian Baker gave up either gave the opponents the lead or blew the game wide open in favor of the opponents. His only appearance in the postseason, he walked the bases loaded. And you know what happened after. D. The second half of Grayson Rodriguez's season really showed us the potential he has in the big leagues. Finished the second half with a 2.58 ERA, opponent slugging of 306, and a much improved 0.4 home runs per 9. Even an incredible 2.17 ERA in September and October. However, we can't forget his struggles in the first half and most notably against the Texas Rangers. We certainly have much to look forward to next year with Grayson. His 2023 season gets a B-. There you have it. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to watch my video. If you did enjoy this kind of content and you'd like to watch more, go ahead and leave a like and or comment about anything we discussed today. Subscribe for more content, and as always, take care of yourself. See you in the next video.